IT Shadow.
Verified. Welcome, Lukas Kyle.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're here, that means you've probably just finished watching Silo Season 2, Episode 7. And trust me, you're not the only one who's got a lot to unpack after that episode. Welcome back to your nerdy show. I'm your host, Spoiler Master. Today we're diving deep into the episode's major moments, twists, and the shocking ending that's left us all wondering what comes next. Be careful because there will be a little spoilers from the books also. We'll break it all down and explain what happened, why it matters, and what we might be in for in the upcoming episodes. So without further ado, let's jump into the Silo Season 2, Episode 7 recap and ending explained.
We need a book that's over 140 years old.
Lukas cracks the code. The episode kicks off with a huge shift for Lukas Kyle. Bernard takes Lukas to a secret high-tech vault, a place not many people in the silo have access to. Inside, Lukas is introduced to a hidden AI-assisted library. Now, we've seen how advanced the tech in the silo can be, but this vault is next level. It's a stark contrast to the analog, retro tech that dominates the rest of the silo, and you can't help but wonder what other secrets Bernard is keeping in this high-tech haven. Lukas is given one mission: decode Salvador Quinn's letter. It's a task that will require every ounce of Lukas's intellect. He spends the entire episode trying to crack the cipher, but he soon discovers that Quinn's code doesn't lie in the legacy books, as Bernard originally believed. The code was designed for anyone in the silo to decode. This is a huge revelation. It shows that Quinn didn't want the message to stay hidden in the hands of the elite, like Bernard, but instead wanted regular people to access it. Lukas cracks the code, and the answer? The key to the cipher is The Wizard of Oz, the very same book that Judge Meadows had before her death. Meadows had drawn parallels between the story of the Wizard of Oz and her reasons for wanting to escape the silo. But it seems that she was also using the book to decode Quinn's letter. Now, Lukas has the same book in his hands, and it looks like he's about to uncover the truth hidden in Quinn's message. However, this also raises an interesting question. What's in the letter? Will it provide the answer Bernard is hoping for to deal with the rebellion, or will it lead to even more chaos? Mechanical causes more chaos. Meanwhile, things are heating up in Mechanical. In a bold move, they shoot a canister containing pamphlets up to the up top. The pamphlets reveal the truth. It is lying about everything. They reveal the real reason behind Meadows' death and Juliet's fate. In response, Mechanical cuts the power, and that's when Bernard and his team discover something they weren't prepared for. The lights in IT stay on. The fact that IT has its own independent power source is now exposed, and that's a game changer. This reveals just how much Bernard's been keeping under wraps, and it plants a seed of doubt in the minds of the silo's residents. Bernard panics and tries to shut down IT's power, but the damage is already done. The people now know that there's more going on than Bernard wants them to believe. Mechanical has exposed some of IT's secrets, and the question is, how will Bernard respond? Will he continue to manipulate the truth, or is this the tipping point for a larger rebellion? Sheriff Billings is caught in the middle of all this. After his conversation with Kennedy, he sides with Knox and Shirley, much to Bernard's dismay. It's clear that Billings is no longer a loyal follower of IT, and this puts him at odds with his previous allies. Billings' decision to stand with the rebels could have huge consequences for the future of the silo.
She tried to kill us! She poisoned our food! No, I didn't, I swear!
The poisoning incident. A key moment in this episode involves the poisoning of food, which is linked to the ongoing power struggle. The rebels in Mechanical are accused of poisoning the food supply that's reaching the Down Deepers. However, it's revealed that Maeve, under threat from Judicial, was the one who poisoned the food to save the lives of the Down Deepers. Bernard, thinking the food was poisoned, sent her a warning, which ultimately saved lives. Maeve's guilt over poisoning the food leads to a tense confrontation, but Knox and Shirley reassure her that they will protect her. This revelation adds another layer to the ongoing conflict, showing that not everything is as it seems. There are no clear-cut villains or heroes, just people trying to survive in a broken system. Maeve's actions reveal the harsh choices people in the silo must make to protect their loved ones, and it raises the question of how far individuals are willing to go to fight back against the oppressive regime.
I thought we had an understanding you'd make me your shadow.
I did want you to be my shadow, Robert.
Bernard versus Robert Sims. The power struggle between Bernard and Judge Robert Sims is escalating. Bernard is clearly desperate to maintain control, but Robert is starting to play his own game. The two have a tense confrontation when Bernard demands information about the supply chain, hoping to uncover who is behind the poisoned food. However, Robert is playing his cards close to the chest. He's not willing to give Bernard the answers he wants, especially after Bernard's manipulative tactics. During their confrontation, Bernard reveals a shocking truth. Camille, Robert's wife, is the one who helped Knox and Shirley escape when they were being hunted by Bernard's forces. This revelation hits hard, especially for Robert, who's already feeling the strain of being caught between the rebellion and his loyalty to Bernard. Robert's frustration with Bernard grows, and he's clearly starting to see through Bernard's manipulation. He knows that Bernard is trying to control everything, and he's not afraid to stand up to him. However, the question remains, will Robert's resistance be enough to stop Bernard's agenda? Or will Bernard find a way to undermine him?
How long are you gonna stay mad at me?
The people in my cell died.
The Solo and Juliet situation. The most shocking part of this episode, though, has to be the situation with Juliet and Solo. Juliet, desperate to save Silo 17 from flooding, faces her own personal nightmare. She suffers from hydrophobia, and with no proper underwater equipment, she must rely on Solo to help her with the task of preventing the silo from flooding. But Solo has his own issues. He doesn't want Juliet to take the risk. And as their tension grows, we learn more about his troubled past and his connection to Silo 17. At the end of the episode, Juliet successfully fixes the generator, but when she attempts to ascend from the water, she discovers something chilling. Her lifelines have been cut off. She assumes Solo left her to die, but when she investigates further, she discovers blood and an arrow at the scene. This leads her to believe that someone else is in Silo 17 and they might have killed Solo. This twist raises even more questions. Is Solo really dead? And if not, why did he sabotage Juliet's escape attempt? Did someone else do this? Could there be other survivors in Silo 17 who are trying to stop Juliet and Solo from succeeding? This turn of events changes everything, and it sets the stage for a thrilling next episode.
The Cameron Martha Walker's workshop just went live for 30 seconds. We're trying to get it back.
Walker's mistake. As the episode progresses, Walker makes a huge mistake that could cost her everything. She tries to use a broken CCTV camera to send a message to IT, hoping to get in contact with Carla, who's been imprisoned by Bernard. Walker realizes too late that her actions could have dire consequences for everyone. She's acted out of guilt and fear, but now she's put everything at risk. Bernard and Amundsen now have the upper hand, and they know about Walker and Carla's relationship. Bernard is not the type of person to let this go, and he's sure to exploit this weakness in the upcoming episodes. Walker's mistake could have dire consequences for the rebellion, and it's a reminder of how fragile the situation is for those fighting against the oppressive system.
You can keep me from ruining everything! Please! Please!
The ending, Solo's fate, and Lucas's revelation. The episode's ending gives us some major revelations. Lucas cracks the code, and we learn that the cipher was based on a book, The Wonderful Wizard of Oz. This book has been central to the story, and now it seems to hold the key to understanding why the silos were created and what the future holds for those inside. The message in Quinn's letter is likely to reveal the truth about the origins of the silo, and it might just provide the answers everyone is searching for. But the big question is, what will that truth mean for the residents of the silo? Will it lead to their freedom, or will it reveal something even darker? As for Solo, his fate is uncertain. Juliet's discovery of the blood and arrow suggests that someone else is in Silo 17. Could this be the answer to the mystery of what's really going on in that silo? Or is Solo just another casualty of the larger struggle for survival?
This is very good work, Mr. Hansen.
Our nerdy thoughts. Episode 7 of Silo Season 2 has set the stage for even more revelations, mysteries, and intense confrontations. With Lucas's breakthrough, the power struggle intensifying, and Solo's fate hanging in the balance, the next episode is sure to be just as thrilling. We're left with more questions than answers, but that's what makes this show so compelling. So what do you think? Will Lucas uncover the truth in Quinn's letter? Is Solo really dead? And Who's behind the sabotage in Silo 17? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more Silo content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.
Appearance of a word on a specific page of a specific book.
No, what the heck, I'll laugh anyway.